Menu narration option is set to off. Menu narration option is set to off.
At Allegiant Stadium. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Carr going to throw right away. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Here's Carr to throw. Lets this go for Renfrow downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Carr now to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off the new season. So he said to himself, I got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop the shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Allen now on the sneak, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of a yard. And it's first down, Buffalo. The Bills had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But if they can get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season, it could be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. We're scoreless after 1. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with 4th down and 1. Allen going to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On play action, it's Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Carr again. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills going to take over again on offense. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
On 2nd and 7, Allen under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Cook running right. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. So out come the Raiders. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Carr now on first down. He gets this to Devontae. First down now, but that clock rolling. Carr going to throw. A pass underneath. Going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw his car. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Carr. Open man, that's Renfro. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. Now maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Bills are still.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we are at halftime here on a... Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Hall not going to bring this one out. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in.
Now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Carr now on first down. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it. That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Fournette, a first down carry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Carr. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll give Fournette another crack, and the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Stephen Carter, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble, bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
The throw over the middle taken in. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on third. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play here for Buffalo, and even 40 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Carr now to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carr. He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. Carr to throw. He's going to air one out. Touchdown! Russell Gage, 41 yards. And the Raiders have taken a 4th quarter lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Allen and the Bills now. Down 17-13. A little over a minute and a half remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Allen. And that's complete to Davis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Here's Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Allen. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing is Allen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now Allen. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That's to his running back, complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Allen to throw. Right back to Cook for another completion. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Back to throw. Allen setting up the screen for Cook. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was James Cook finishing things off with a touchdown catch. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort. That was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Buffalo, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.